Are you sure I can just go back with you?
I'm like, Kato.
Either way.
Hold on. I'm like, oh my god. Yeah, that's fine.
Nice. Girls,
What day was it this week?
Huh?
What day did you shatter your glass again?
Saturday. Oh. I know, I was like I was so calm though.
You shattered your hand?
No, I shattered a glass in my hand. And so I'd have stitches in my finger. Like, so I just like grabbed some paper towels and I'm like,
please use your seatbelt for your safety.
Nope, it's not good. And I knew I was going to be home any minute. So I just locked the door, got my purse. I'm like, yeah, we have to go to urgent care. He's like, God. He's like, what now? So yeah,
You can't just stitch it up yourself. You're a nurse.
No.
Doesn't work like that?
No. No.
I was at urgent care.
I don't think I'd be able to do that. What was that?
I said I was at urgent care this week also, and
the
nurse lady was like really, really rude.
What? What urgent care?
The one right around the corner.
Was it a bear?
Yeah.
It was? Oh.
The one right up by Walgreens? Walgreens?
Yeah.
Why was she rude?
Because super sick. She had to like get a doctor's note to not go into work that night. So I took her to urgent care and I'm calling in to her dentist to try to cancel the appointment. And like granted, we were sitting there for a while in the waiting room and I was on the phone with the dentist, like waiting. Finally got there to the dentist. Like the same exact time the lady called us back. And she looked at me and she's like, sir, do you need to like wait? Do you need to take this call in another room or something? And I was like,
oh my gosh.
She probably deals with that all day
Yeah.
long.
I was like, click. I was like, no, continue. And she looked at me like I was like the devil when I said that.
Wow.
When you go to
but then
hospital?
I had to call dentist back and I'm like, I'm sorry, I think we got cut off somehow. After I just hung up on you.
When I had to go in to get his wires out, you know, and we're sitting there at Children's Hospital, and I'm like, this is like a time I'm like trying to get the name change happening with the IRS. The IRS was just sucking because they had shut down. Like we might just change names, and we weren't getting paid. They're like, it was a big deal. Yeah. But I was on the phone for 2.5 hours. And then, of course, like, we're just sitting around waiting.
Yeah.
And then as soon as the nurse walks in, the IRS answers. And I'm like, ah! Hang up. I'm like, God damn it.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I kept waiting for like 3 days.
Oh, I spent probably 35 hours on the phone with the IRS during that whole time.
How do you get through that to the IRS? I'm just curious. Because I've tried, and they don't...
You have to be very patient.
They're like, what else do you want? Like, we can't connect you for that. I'm like, just cut you. Like,
they're the most useless thing you'll ever meet. And that's why I'm like, I said to my dad, I'm like, dude, you're like 80-something. Just stop paying your tax. By the time that they come and actually find you, it's going to be long gone.
That's so...
We got this guy in Wisconsin that has been paying taxes for 30 years.
What are they going to do?
What are they going to do?
Jail in the grave?
Yeah. State, sure, but then he doesn't have to deal with like figuring out his taxes every year.
That's so funny.
He thought it was all right.
That's so funny.
Your dad's
right. Your mom might have to deal with that.
I feel like your dad would totally try to pull that. Your mom would be having like a heart attack.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. We're gonna pay the tax. There's a car out. I'm afraid they're coming to get me.
Look at his deathbed. Like the last thing he says is like, "By the way, I haven't paid taxes in years."
And then your mom falls over from a heart attack.
Have you known anybody that's had a tax lien? They will clear out your bank account, completely clear it immediately. Oh. Like they are fast to do that.
When the house we bought, there was I noticed it was like a $15,000 lien on my books. And now they're like, oh, they said it's like a tax thing, but don't worry, when you buy the house, the proceeds of that will pay off that. Yeah. So like I don't want it to like roll over. Like no, it's
yeah, that's the thing. That is the thing. That's why they do the title search.
Exactly. Yeah. So I don't know what that was about. Like why there was that lien on there.
They weren't paying their property taxes.
Yeah.
Simple as that, yeah. I don't know. I remember like when we were paying off our house, like called like, hey, I want to make the final payment. She's like, okay, do you know how to make your property tax payment? I'm like, no. I've always just done it through my mortgage.
Yeah.
Yes. Now that you say that, what's the
it's weird.
website?
It's like
And they don't say to anything. You would
no.
honestly not know if you were behind.
No, I know. So for me, it's like you have to pay March 1st because it's weird. It's like you pay the first part of the year's taxes like 3 months before in October. So if I want to pay my 2026 taxes, I'm already paying for them
In October.
And then in May I pay it's like a half.
Yeah. If like kicks the bucket, I'm gonna probably.
Oh yeah, he'll totally have a tax lien.
Yeah.
Oh, no electricity, no cable, no nothing.
Oh my gosh.
Like
Well,
he will have not a thing.
That I'll figure out.
That you'll figure out.
It would be like the tax. Yeah, when the lights don't work, I'd get that going.
You'll be like,
Rylan, what's her
I
Kara's
realized
password?
how much Kara did.
It would be like, dude,
Kara
this is
did
so
a
cool.
lot.
But the taxes, I feel like that would be one of the things that would just.
You would
like,
never know because they don't even send you a bill. Or
I would
anything.
never think about.
And it
just
says that
be
on
like,
the Maricopa County Assessor. It says like you will not be receiving a reminder. Like,
Yeah, there's nothing.
Yeah, Kara says
Unless you
like,
go on, unless you actually log in and pull up your personal number and everything, then you can see if you
but I
have
wonder,
to
I
amount.
wonder why not. I guess it's in their best interest for you not to pay, so they could just take your house.
yes,
And
Oh my
your
gosh.
interest, yeah. Well,
Or
you don't
put a
get,
lien
you don't
on
get
your
a
house
tax
or
bill.
whatever.
You have to file your own taxes. Same thing.
Same thing. So if I die, then that's not wrong.
I know, so you need to give me all the passports.
I have it on the computer. If you look at my computer, there's a little
All
post-it
right.
note.
TJ said that he's going to file our taxes this year. I am like,
Oh.
can't wait to see how that one goes.
yeah. So
Don't you
I'm gonna do our
usually?
taxes, and then gonna come in behind me and change everything. That's what's gonna go down.
I hate it though.
Do you know my brother? Apparently,
Remember them? I'm sure I've met them.
yeah. So he's gonna propose to her tomorrow.
Oh,
Well,
really?
This weekend.
For
We're going to Vancouver tomorrow.
Oh, cute.
And yeah,
That's exciting. You like her?
I like her.
How
Yeah.
long have they been together, Lucas?
Yeah, like over 10 years.
Why suddenly are they getting married?
Well, it's not sudden. It's they
No.
adopted, his granddaughter.
Okay.
So they have a daughter. She's 7 now, and so it's kind of like,
Okay.
it's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice that they get married, but
That's cool.
yeah,
Nice. Will they have like a big
So-
shit thing, you think?
Oh yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
So if it's her, yeah, she's
Yeah,
she's
she
like
has
the
a lot of money.
CFO of she's not working there since she's 18. She's 48 now.
Nice.
So yeah,
Yeah.
she's
Tell her to hook me
one
up
gets
with
a little
a new
annoying,
car.
but like
she's young.
I like her.
I saw a new
I
TRD
I
Pro
understand.
model.
Like she just has
Oh,
a
yeah.
very big personality, but like she's got the biggest heart. Like
They're like
so sweet.
Was this
80,
a boy?
90
Nice.
grand though.
And I
Sequoia.
I love
Sequoias
that. Like
are nice,
like
but
those,
they're,
thank God I
they're
have
huge.
a
dude.
sister-in-law and I had to, like it's nice. It's not,
I like little.
like I wish Watson
I
was here. 'Cause
really
it would
like
be amazing. Like she's
Magdalene, though.
great, but she's so far away.
Kind
But
of fun.
She still lives in there?
Fast.
yeah, I just went and saw
How's
her.
it going with this
and
one, the
it's
floor?
surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just have been.
It keeps me out of
surprised.
trouble.
She turned
It's
10.
about the slowest car in the
So
world.
she was so surprised.
Yeah, it's a lot of low
That's
end
amazing.
talk.
Aw,
She was just like, she was just like,
Putts around everywhere. It's fun.
she answered the door and I'm like, surprise! And she's like, you're here. Oh my gosh! And she was like hugging me and she was like, wow. And I was like, yeah. She didn't come. They call him. Yeah.
That means something?
His sister
No, it's just the
said
way she pronounced. Like she'd be like, "Oh, it's okay, one." It's like,
they couldn't say it, but like, she's like, I think it's for payback for you being mean to me when I was little. They call him, yeah. Like, it's no, like, yeah. It doesn't even, yeah, so.
So
they
your
call me
sister knew
now.
you were coming? You had an arrangement with her?
Yeah. I stay with his dad. And,
Oh, that's
yeah,
cute.
his dad picked me up and stuff.
Nice.
everybody thought it was weird that she was gonna she's going somewhere to see my family and I was alone.
I know, they're
Because
like,
nobody gets along. I
Watt's
guess.
not going? And I'm like, no, I just have to go. Like, I get along good with him. I'm like, we've been together a long time. Like, but I'm like, he goes and stays with my aunt. Like, he will go up to Sholo or he'll stay the night at my aunt's. Like, it's no big deal. He goes camping and stays with my aunt. So, and like, my mom, he would be able to stay with him too.
That's good.
Yeah.
You like you guys.
Yes, I love.
Go and hang out with TJ.
I love
by
their
myself.
family. I love them
And
so
we're
much.
yeah.
Like they were like excited for me to come. I was like, "Are you sure? Like she's gonna be 10?" Like, but it was so cold. Like
Was it?
I
What
had to
did
leave
your
a
parents
day
have?
early because it was gonna have that big storm. So I got a flight like the night
I don't know.
before,
I never
and
know.
we looked
Whenever
and
the
my
weather
flight
starts
ticket
getting
canceled.
like too much.
So thank God.
Oh,
I would have been
That's
stuck
when
there
they
for
go
days.
back.
You're lucky you
Lucy was
today.
definitely
Yeah,
good for them
they were
if
like,
left.
you know,
Oh,
of
yeah.
course, it's cheaper for me to
Where'd
fly
your brother
out
stay?
early.
Was it up?
So they were like, oh
Or-
yeah, and I was like, I
Yeah.
upgraded my seat. I was
My
like, they're like,
brother's
we'll pay
turning
for
into
everything. Like full. Like that's on.
He's how long were you
Working
there?
out?
5 days.
Oh, that's all.
Yeah.
7
Yeah.
days a week,
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
365.
It was fun. Yeah, I got to
It's gonna
spend.
turn
I
into,
spent
like,
a lot of time
Fun.
with the
twins.
kids at
Like,
my
I'm gonna be
sister.
getting you
His
the
Oh.
dad got sick when I was there.
Because he's
but-
already like 3 or 4 inches
I-
taller
Yeah,
than me.
yeah.
I'm
Like
comfortable.
he's a pretty big
So,
kid.
He was kind of like
see
a chubby,
you know.
wasn't he?
Yes, not anymore.
Yeah, but it was fun. Yeah, a good sleep.
Well, how old is he?
Like reaching his year. for his dad's
14 years
birthday.
older than me.
Oh, is that-
I turned my 33rd
It's like
birthday in
30,
September, and
26.
she helped me with the
Oh.
charcuterie board.
Oh, yeah.
And so she was like, "Oh my god, this just makes me
Yeah,
so happy."
my
And
parents
she
were
was
like,
like, "This is so
watch
great."
this
And
video.
so I bought her
Like the
her
video
own
of like
charcuterie board and like
Oh,
the
the
place he
tools and
works
stuff.
at.
And she was like, "Oh
As
my
my
gosh,
brother
this
were
is so
like,
great!" Like she was so excited. She's
like,
like, "We'll go into
no, it's
business
like,
together," and I was like,
oh
"Yeah."
my god,
Like, she's
Aw,
such a
I
sweet.
love
But he was
it.
never
Yeah,
like
she's such
into
a good
working
girl.
out, right?
That's
a little bit
Yeah.
here and there. He would
This
go
is
in
her
like,
oldest?
he was really
Yes.
like up and down.
Yeah,
with it.
and
She
apparently
is
now it's
7
just
and
like
8 in May. So yeah,
he's
He's-
like full board now.
like he's so
Wow.
sweet and he's so smart and like, but he
I saw those pictures
has
and he
given
was like,
them
oh,
somebody.
no,
They're like,
it's forever,
she's
you're not
like
dead.
Valentine and like the
My little
perfect
brother's
little
gonna put me
angel.
in
Yeah,
heaven.
I'm
yeah.
like,
Give
they
me the
can't
whole-
both be.
I know you're
Like
right.
you know that, right? Like
100%.
He's
No.
still into that though. Working out.
I don't know. She'll have a job. He's working at a like a GA
Yes.
place,
Where?
like some GA place on
Oh.
our airfield. CAE or something.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Karen called the next day and
He's like mad that Frank didn't hire him.
on his backpack.
So how did that go about? Did you recommend him, or did he just fly?
What? He came in like years ago and said, I really want to get back in the aviation.
oh
And like,
yeah,
back then we were looking for people.
Yeah.
all
I
the
just forgot to
time,
take them out.
and
Yes.
I was like,
Yes.
W and B, I'll hire
Yes.
them up.
but it's scary though. Like
And he's
gotta
like,
be
all right.
kidding me.
So he
And
like
then-
actually went to
man.
I don't know.
school.
Like he says that he didn't say it.
And then
I mean,
now a couple years later, we hired too many like bad like cancer people, right?
Oh, yeah.
And
better ideas of things.
so
other
he
things
like
to say.
said, and I'm not even doing
Like,
it.
oh,
Said,
you
you
like
hire
it.
me.
was it a kid that he didn't like?
Here's my
or whatever,
resume.
or what?
Cleaning of
And like,
yeah.
I can't hire you, dude.
But-
He's like, the only
Yeah.
kind of people that have
Oh,
5 years
Ah.
experience, like 4 in the military and
Yeah,
another year
yeah.
working on. He's like, you haven't touched a thing in like 15 years. He's like,
yeah.
I can't hire you for
Yeah.
this guy.
He should
Like,
have.
there's no way.
Seriously. But I really
He's like,
You're allowed to look
he
good.
called me some mad
This was
like,
recently?
Right?
no.
and
She's great.
recently.
Oh yeah.
They look
But I thought
She's been, like, down
you asked him one time,
That's
and he said no, it's not enough money. Like a while ago, didn't he?
And I
Just said,
like don't even
oh,
want
this
to
is
be
like what we're
Yeah,
paying.
no.
We want nothing to do with it.
I thought
I
that's
said it's all based on
Yeah.
experience, dude. I said if you want
Yeah,
me to
yeah.
go with
The whole-
5 years
the whole time
experience, 10 years
Oh, no.
experience,
She was
you'll
like gonna go back today.
you'll
and
get
she's
paid
like,
a good wage.
"You're
I'm like,
Westlake."
but if you're like
Yeah.
fresh out of
And I'm like, no,
school,
you cannot go to school.
Yeah.
it's like we pay about
I
30
went down
bucks
there
an
like-
hour.
In a
Like,
way-
it's not that good.
At 3 o'clock, I'm like,
in a
"What
way
are
it
you
might be a
doing?"
bullet
She's like,
dodge.
"I'm
The fact that
ready.
he
I got
called
to
you
can't miss another
just
day.
to be pissed off.
Wow.
Imagine how it would have been there.
I told I was like, dude, I'm not
Walking
in
around
this
like
at all.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
One
I
night
hate it.
was like having shit a whole bottle of wine in
Yeah.
her, and she's like,
But at least
right,
that's what she tried, though. At
cancer.
least she attempted, and they see that she really.
You know, it was like,
That's so sad, though.
okay, I'm not hiring this
so
dude
bad
just
It
because
is.
of drunk
It's
ass.
terrible right now.
Because you know it wasn't.
It's not
Was you like, hey, this is.
like 6
Yeah, he
Oh, okay,
knows.
okay. Then it was just. Then he called.
No, he knows. I've known Frank for
Oh yeah, it's true, yeah.
Yeah.
20,
Oh, so why was-
25 years. I mean, that's
So did he know?
he worked at
Oh, that's right.
Really. Oh,
Oh, I'm out.
You.
Yes, Jessica's sister.
it's my it's my brother-in-law.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not my brother.
I was telling Juan how pissed off he was, like, that he didn't get the job out of here, and how he's working on, like, GA planes or whatever, and he's like, he's just so mad about it.
He's mad about what?
I was in, like, general aviation, like, little propeller, like, piston planes. He's working on those now.
Well, what about those?
Who cares as long as he had a job?
No, those usually pay pretty shitty, like.
What about golf?
I told him, I told him a million times.
Did he ever apply there?
I would bet he did. I don't know, maybe he felt like the psyche was.
100% true. If they have one, he would never pass.
Gulfstream is like a big, like, huge.
So I'm gonna tell Jeanette kind of a backstory about the whole thing. So me and were really good friends back when we were working together in Canada. And then it was around the time, I guess we were kind of getting them off. But we all went to Rocky Point. First time, only time. It was me, sister, her friend, and right? 3 days. It was a great time. It felt like it was like a week there.
Yeah,
right?
it was the best. That was the best
now,
weekend ever.
in the meantime, okay. In the meantime, Rock and were getting on, making up stories saying, like, "Oh my God, it's feeling Jess right now."
Are you serious?
Yeah, they were making. I don't know why they were saying that.
To fuck with him.
Yeah. They're like, "Oh, you know, Juan and he's Colombian and he can get any girl with that."
Oh my God.
And ever since then, like when I came back, that's what they told me. I'm like, why would you guys say that?
So then he was mad at you or what?
It ate him up inside.
Yeah, he's like, dude, you kind of like ruined our friendship by saying like you just wanted to talk to me, dude. So, and then like he took it out on her, I guess, for a little bit.
Well, then we came back, and that's when he got super like possessive and crazy about her. Maybe more, I don't know.
So
no, and nothing happened. That's the thing too. Like we all just got along great, but
did anyone hook up with?
No, it was fine too. The night before, the night that they first stayed there. When he's just like, they were sleeping in
he was like helped out of his mind, right? And like hit on her, like
Janina.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, that's not
well, that's
he had a crazy drug problem. Like, he could not get it on it.
He was.
They just kept getting progressively worse. And then when he left to get his life cleaned up, and he went to Baltimore, and then he just fell into the same shit even worse. And then he came back here, like, when we saw him when he came back here, did you see him when he came back here?
I did. Actually, I introduced.
Yeah, that's
the
first time I met him.
Yeah. He's like playing with the girls.
Was that at our house?
Yeah. At the house
at the other house.
Yeah.
And then he was like
no, he
grabbing his ass and like all that crap too. And I'm like,
yeah. Well, and that was the only time that he had been over at our house, like at that house, like, and then went to bed and left me alone with. I'm like, you don't leave any woman alone with.
oh gosh, yeah, that's scary.
So creepy.
I knew you couldn't. He was like 6'6" and like 55 pounds at that point.
So
like,
oh really? Yeah,
he's like a walking skeleton and stiff.
Yeah. But he was such a good guy though when he was like sober.
I loved him.
He was funny. He just didn't accept that he's gay.
Oh really? Yeah, I feel like that.
It was just that when he would drink, he would become so
gay.
He's funny.
Just like my aunt, who's a lesbian.
He was going like hit on girls and they'd be like,
"You're
drinking." I'm like,
I'm like that all the time at bars.
Like,
your friend just touched my butt, but I thought he was gay this whole time. I'm like,
I know. My uncle's like, watch out, she's gonna turn. And I was like, yeah.
Brian was funny. Like she's
funny. She's like 70. Like
he's gonna be here in March for the getting married.
She
but
looks.
It sounds like they're not going to even have a break.
But like, she's awesome. I love her so much.
I was going to try to at least maybe do the thing where we all meet up and be like at the club or something.
Like a beer, like dinner or something.
I'm going to try it and see if they can squeeze in a couple hours.
Yeah, like
maybe on a Sunday.
Like, remember Aunt Bonnie? Like, you know, my cousins always said she's my favorite. Yeah.
We recently hired this girl that is a lesbian. She's like married to a woman, and she always says my wife. And there's this little old lady that works with us, who's like 60-something years old, who is so conservative.
Yes.
And I just can't imagine what's going through her mind every single time the girl says my wife. Oh yeah, my wife and I, blah blah blah. Like,
oh my gosh. So years ago, like probably 20 years ago, when I worked at, I was training a nurse that was a trans, and it was a man becoming a woman, and her name was but you could totally tell. But she was so awesome. She was a pilot. He was actually a pilot.
Shoot up a school?
She was. And she became a nurse. And every time, I couldn't even help it. I'd be like, she. I kept doing it. I'm like, God, like, because it was like so obvious. It was it was a man dressed up like a woman, and I was like, and back then it wasn't as accepted as of now. I'm like, she. But he ended up getting fired because he like didn't call a code on one of these patients that was like coding, and they're like, oh, he's like, oh, they died.
Oh.
And I'm like, no, he wasn't on our floor anymore. Like, I was like, you have to call a code.
There was one, I was just working in auto guide, and this one guy comes up to me, he's like, there's this guy coming in to talk about a job or whatever. And he's like, but he goes by and I'm like, okay, I kind of thought it was a joke when he was saying it. And then no, because when walked in, Pamela had this huge Adam's apple spaghetti strap shirt and like Daisy Dukes shorts. I was like, oh my God. He's like, hi, I'm
I had a patient that she was admitted for like, because she had gastric bypass and she had complications, but her husband, turning into a wife, came in.
What?
And
still married?
Yes. And she goes, yes. So she was very open, and so was he. He goes, I've already had my vaginoplasty. Now I'm doing my upper part next week. And he was like, she goes, well, the good news is, before when he would say, how's your day? He would really mean it. But now she really means it. When she asked me, she really means it now. And I'm like, so that makes up for chopping it off? Like, come on. Like, I was just like, oh, but they were so open and like honest about it. And it was so interesting. I was like, wow.
I don't think I can do it.
I don't think I can.
I'm out.
What would be your
I'm out.
Your wife name?
But it was like,
what would
you go by?
Yeah, what would you go if it's?
Well, are you Juanita?
Oh yeah, Juanita.
Yes, Juanita.
That one seems
yeah. I'd go by Dan.
Dan. It's an easy one, Danny.
What about you?
I don't know.
You could do. Let's see.
Tabitha.
Tiffany.
Tiffany, there you go.
Instead of Timothy, I'm
Timothy.
I'm not Timothy anymore. Tiffany. Yes.
Oh shoot.
You must hear the best stories, huh? You must hear like the best.
Oh man,
We can name our champion.
Yeah.
No.
But this is life,
I know.
Yeah.
It gets you out of your bubble.
I can't believe that she's stayed married.
I know. She was like, it's fine. She goes, sometimes I say he, and then she goes, I kind of catch myself. Yeah, they already had their kids and everything.
Well, it's imagine I remember like Stuart.
Man,
I had a dude I worked with that transitioned from a man to a woman, and he had like adult kids, like 25,
Yeah.
27-year-old,
like,
like,
he was already, like, in his 40s or 50s.
kids.
Oh gosh.
And he was like an ugly man.
Yes.
And he turned into like an even uglier woman.
Yes. Yes, that's what happened here. I'm like,
I was working with Liv playing. We were working on something, and he's like, "Oh my God, there's dressed in a blouse and a skirt and pantyhose." And I stuck my head out. Starts like catcalling, woo, like whistling.
Oh my gosh.
And it's just my head in the window. And I'm like, Ryan, you asshole. I was so pissed off at him.
Oh my God.
Some thought I was whistling at him.
I just took to his work yesterday. I just took yesterday.
Like a
so
bristle
annoying.
whenever you got grease on your hands.
Next month. His
Yeah,
son
it was so
Hunter is
bad.
getting married in March.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was horrible.
Yeah.
But
So
my sister used to work at that place, and they started letting in use the women's bathrooms because that was a PC thing to do. And Chris would come out and be like, "Somebody pissed all over the goddamn seat again," and I'm like, "Ah!" I was dying laughing.
yeah.
Oh man, it's like, hey, you HR people get what you deserve.
Why does she deserve that? Because she's HR. She has to deal with all of that crap.
HR always like,
Everybody's problems.
I don't know. Well, they're the protectors. They're the ones that are supposed to
We're dealing with
make
sexual
sure
harassment
everything's
right now, and it's just
Oh no.
it's torture because I don't believe this girl, and I just want to tell her, like, shut the fuck up. Like that's what I really want to say. Yeah, she's just out to get this guy fired, and she's gonna say whatever it is, and she has these men listening to her, and I'm just like,
oh, that's sad.
and I think that they're afraid to say like, well, we're not gonna make accommodations for you because there's no proof that anything's happened. Like they think that I think that's probably harder for a man to say.
Yeah,
than a woman.
absolutely.
Like,
That's impossible for a man to say.
yeah, I hear you,
That's so
and I
sad.
put that out there, but he's not willing to do it.
If one of like my female coworkers came to me and said someone was harassing them, I'd be like, she must be telling the truth. I mean, that's
Well, that's I totally believe her. And this guy has a horrible reputation in the industry.
And if a guy said it, it's like, you wish.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like you should have done that before.
You're
you
dreaming, buddy. You know,
That's why you do.
Just bring a key.
background
If she uses the handcuffs,
Like,
like,
to date him.
come on, think through
And
this,
then they
bro.
were on site, like, and they were out in the field. They were actually camping, which is a horrible situation. Well, in the middle of nowhere, they're like biologist people.
yeah, they're like
Or natural, they're like archaeologists, so they go and like dig in areas before they get filmed. And so they're in the middle of effing nowhere, so they camp, so it's not like as far to get back and forth. And then she said, well, he came into my tent one night and kissed me. And I was like,
Oh my
well,
gosh.
kissed you? Or like,
not that way.
I'm like, you would have up and left your tent if there was something that was not wanted. She said that she stayed in her tent. Like, everything just sounds just like whatever. It was both ways. And then she's trying to pull him under. Yeah. I'm just.
And what does he say?
I'm
Like,
like, just somebody
like his
quit.
story?
Please, somebody quit.
Like, what does he say? Like, does he say like, no, like this is what happened?
Yeah,
Or
he was super honest, and I said,
Did he
listen, you are on very thin ice. You need to be on your best behavior. Don't ever put yourself in a situation where you're alone with this person, ever.
Yeah.
Like,
No, but did that happen? Is what I'm saying. Like,
he agreed that
Oh,
they kissed, but he said it was mutual.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh yeah.
They were drinking, hanging
Yeah, I'm
out.
sure they were drinking.
They're all like
Doing whatever
hippies.
else.
I'm sure they were smoking weed and having fun. Like, he's like, whatever engineers. The
They're not.
archaeology engineers. She said they're all like,
they're archaeologists, and they are just a bunch of wackos. They're like out there just digging, looking for like pointed rocks. I don't know. I don't want to
Yeah.
stupid job.
spotted owls and pointed rocks.
The girl finally finds like a real penis. You know, just like,
I found a penis. That's sexual harassment.
all right, thank you, appreciate it, man.
you.
Yeah, not a problem.
Oh,
Take it
I need
out.
to do this.
Like I said, yeah. We're gonna have to hurry. Yeah. If I can. I'm gonna fall.
People are probably like, how many people are firing on it?